you have beauty care choices, and today is our first actual live show. Thank you all. Hopefully we'll get some people tuning in. Oh, we already have. Hi, Chris. Hi, Joe. Thanks for joining us. So I want to tell you a little quick bit about Beauty Care Choices. We have been in business since 2004. We're a professional education company basically for retail. So we are a salon. We have licensed cosmetologists answering our phones, and we have been doing this for over 15 years. And we try and really provide our customers with education on products so that they can choose wisely. So that is the reason we have created this show. We're going to be coming to you every Friday with new ideas. We have education topics. We are going to show you new brands that we find this year, our favorite brands. You'll see our blog articles. We do articles on ingredients. What are the trending ingredients, more taboo ingredients, cruelty-free products. These are kind of all our clean salon topics. And then we're also going to address some concerns throughout the weeks, whether it's thinning hair or color fading today, or toning with products, and then, balding. So we're looking for all types of issues, suggestions, different ways that we can help our customers connect better and know products better. Our customer service agents get calls all day long. And today I wanted to start the show with a really fun topic, a great fun brand that's one of my favorite brands to play with in the salon, Tressa. And we are going to be having Judy, our global education ambassador for Tressa, joining us in just a few minutes to give us kind of the lowdown on the difference between violet wash, which is a toning, versus a purple shampoo versus a silver shampoo, and they have blues. This is such a fun line. I know a lot of our nurse clients love this product because they can't have fun colored crazy hair, but they can do it for maybe a short period of time if they have some days off. So it's a great way to just do a quick change up without a permanent commitment. It's kind of just a fun add to your style repertoire. Let's see who's joining us. Are you guys hearing us okay? Hearing me okay? Good. Well, let's get right into it. I'm going to introduce with me Judy Isome, who was the National Education Ambassador for Tressa and is now the Global Education Ambassador for Tressa. So I think we've got some celebrating to do with Judy. Judy, welcome to the show.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here.
Nice.
How's
your day going? You're coming to us from Ohio, correct?
I am.
Nice.
I am. I'm in Cleveland. I'm in the Cleveland area, and it's very, very, very cold today and kind of snowy.
Well, we've got pouring rain here, so hence
well, I'll take rain for
ran
sure.
through the rain to the studio here. So
At least snow brushes off, right? Rain
yes.
can ruin people do.
Yes. So we've been selling Tressa at Beauty Care Choices for at least 10 years now, and we sell a lot of Tressa, and we get a lot of questions. And that's why I invited you on this show. Is one, it's super fun brand to talk about, but also it can be a tricky brand. So why don't you tell us a little bit about Tressa?
I would love to tell you a little bit about Tressa. Today we're here and I'm talking about the watercolor shampoo, but our company started a long time ago in 1969 with cutting edge wave technology. And since then, we have just added to the brand all sorts of things. And our newest, most fun approach is our watercolor shampoo. The Watercolors Classic line, there they are. The Watercolors Classic line has been around for a while, and it is great for your natural care needs. But now we have the Watercolor Intense line, and the Intense line, the big difference between the two lines is that the Intense line has 3 times the color molecules as the Classic line. So that kind of draws a little difference from you right from the start, where if you want a little color, maybe you're going to go with the Classic line, and if you really want to see a punch of color, then you're going to look for the Intense line.
Yes, absolutely. And this is a big information piece for our customers. So let's explain that a little bit more. The big difference that we're talking about is our violet versus our purple, right?
Yes. Today
That's
we're
going to be
talking
something we're going to touch on really heavily today.
Yes, today we're talking about the differences in all of our purple shampoos, and there are three within our brand. Um, we have the Violet Wash shampoo, which is from our classic line, and it's going to give you more of kind of a natural toning to your hair. And we have
That one is for like the blondes, right? I mean, Violet Wash. Can a brunette use it? Do you get anything out of it with a brunette?
If the brunette is slightly warm or brassy, it will actually cool off those tones in the hair and sort of neutralize some of those red tones that a brunette might have in their hair. But it's really made for hair level 7 and above.
Right, and taking the yellow out, right? We've got the violet to counteract the brassy yellow in people's hair. So this is kind of your traditional, what people know is a purple shampoo, but in the Tressa line, it is a violet shampoo, and that's what we use for toning in Tressa.
Exactly. And then we have the metallic silver shampoo. That's got 3 times the toning properties. That's the one. And a really cool way. There we go.
Nice.
A really cool way to manage your expectations from the whole watercolor intense line is to take a look at the label. There's these little triangles on the label, and if you kind of can look closely at them, there's a light one, and then there's a medium one, and there's one that's more saturated with color. And each of these kinds of acts like a color swatch, what you can expect from 1 or 2 or 3 applications of the shampoo.
I'm going to hold it kind of close to the camera. That is fascinating, Judy. I have used Tressa forever, and I never really knew that about this new packaging. So that's really cool. It shows the layerability of the product, right?
Exactly. And if you look at the two compared kind of side by side, the purple and the violet, it's a key to telling exactly what your end results might be.
Absolutely.
So it's very helpful from the beginning to know that. But what I really want to tell you about and talk a little bit about is why our shampoos are so much different than any of the other color depositing shampoos on the market. And it's the science behind them.
You know, you've been around since 1969, the Color Company has, so I know you have some great stuff to say because, I've been a hairdresser for a really long time, and when I think violet color-infused shampoos, I think Tressa. I can't think of another brand that's been around longer, and the sustainability in the market just shows the brilliance of the product. So let us know.
We were absolutely the first sulfate-free colored shampoo on the market ever. And that's been since the 80s. We were so far ahead of our time.
Sulfate-free shampoo on the market ever.
Yes,
That's
first
crazy.
color. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And it just continues to go from there. The thing that, again, sets us apart from some of the others that are out there is that our pH level is low. It's about a 5.3, 5.5, the same as our skin. So this shampoo is not going to damage your hair. Some of the other shampoos go in and they open up those layers of your cuticle and they leave them open. So then your hair feels rough and dry. Ours is completely different. It works by using cationic conditioners, which basically means your hair has a negative charge, the conditioner has a positive charge, and, to quote Paula Abdul, which might date me, they get together because opposites attract.
They get together. I like it. So opposites attract, like magnets.
Exactly. Like magnets, it sticks to your hair. It's not staining your hair, but it's going to stay on when you rinse your hair, so you don't have to worry about the color going right back down the drain.
That's a great point. And, I hear a lot of people talk about purple shampoos being kind of harsh or drying, some of them on the hair. Tressa, I use a lot of Tressa, and I've never really caught on to that because yours really isn't. Can you tell me why? Why is that?
It's mostly the pH level and the fact that it's sulfate-free, and the color is actually contained in a conditioner within the shampoo. I know that sounds crazy. There's conditioners in the shampoo, but That's how it works.
But you know, it makes sense that that's why so many different brands are coming out with a violet conditioner now, is to seal the cuticle down in order after it gets blown up to absorb the color. So it does make
Exactly,
sense.
and that sometimes can leave you in a pickle when you're using a conditioner as a toner because the porosity of your hair factors in, and really porous hair feels dry and rough when you touch it, and that kind of hair is just going to suck up whatever you put on it and stain in that area. So you're not going to get a nice even penetration. That's why I prefer the watercolor shampoo to the conditioners or anything else like that, because it's in shampoo, it's in a surfactant base. It kind of helps equalize the porosity of your hair as it goes in, and you don't have that major deposit on the ends like you might get with something else.
So that's what we kind of call in the industry like a filling. Is this what you're talking about? Is to actually use the conditioner to get equal distribution of the color throughout the hair?
Well, yes, you could do that as well. The shampoo itself is sort of pH balanced, so it acts as a filler. But if your hair is really porous, then it's a good idea to use a conditioner first to fill in those like open parts of your cuticle and make it lay down, and then apply the shampoo over that so your ends aren't going to suck up too much of that color that you don't want.
Do you guys recommend applying the colors to wet or dry hair? And are all of them the same? Can we do wet and dry hair on any of them?
We can do wet and dry hair on any of them, but you should be aware that if you put it on dry hair, it's going to suck up a lot more color. So if you're looking for a subtle tonal change, you want to start with wet hair. And the other thing is that the more foam and the more bubbles that you see equals less deposit. So if you're looking for a lot of color change or deposit of color, you want to put the color on your hands and sort of just emulsify it a little bit and then sort of paint it onto your hair and then foam it up a little. That way it's going to receive a nice big dose of pigment before you start, foaming it up.
So we talked about this a little bit before we got on, that a lot of times people put the shampoo in their hand and then they go like this and mix it around and they end up at this really dark spot, right, as they apply it right to their head. And you were saying how important it is to mix it around a little bit in your hands before you apply so that you don't have that, oh, why did it go so dark right here, right?
Exactly, or so bright. Like in my salon, I sell a lot of our red shampoo as color support. And I had to sort of change the way I was educating my clients about using the shampoo because I noticed they would come back with this like big bright crown on their head. And I was like, when you wash your hair, do you just sort of like, and they're like, yeah. I'm like, I can tell. So
let's give you a new technique, right?
Exactly. You want to put it in your hands and just emulsify it a little before you put it on. That way it's not all landing in one space.
Got it. So for everybody just joining us, hi Drake, hi Allison, hi Jane, Jennifer Coy from Beauty Care Choices, and we're speaking to Judy Isome, Global Education Ambassador from Tressa, talking about all of their color-infused shampoos, mainly today the purples and all the variances between their purples. So we've kind of covered a little history about your company, and the science behind the product and the application wet versus dry. Any other suggested, because I think that's a big topic right now, of do I put it on wet or do I put it on dry? We know porosity affects your hair. If your hair is really dry, it's going to soak it up, so you might want to put it on wet first. The other thing is it is a shampoo, so it's not taking hours. Try it wet first before you cover your hair and end up with really dark pieces. And then we talked a little bit about possibly, can you talk about just testing certain portions of it to know?
Yeah, if you're nervous about like putting it on your hair, or you listen to me talk about porosity and you're like, oh my gosh, I might have porous hair. You can test your hair for porosity. Take a hair out of your brush, load it in a glass of water. If it sinks, it's porous. and probably part of it will sink and part of it will float. So the part that sinks, that's really porous. So that's the part that maybe is going to grab a little more color than you might like. So if you have a lot of porous hair, you either want to use it on wet hair first, because water is like the ultimate equalizer, helps kind of equal everything out. And if your hair is really porous, you have a lot of that area that kind of sinks under the water if you try to float it, then you're going to want to fill first by applying the conditioner, rinse the conditioner, and then go ahead with the shampoo right over it.
And then would you condition, shampoo, condition? Could you, or?
Yeah. I myself actually today washed with the violet wash, and my ends can sometimes be a little porous, so that's exactly what my sequence was. I conditioned, I shampooed, and then I conditioned again, because I get a full head of bleached hair. I don't go anywhere without some conditioner. Quench, 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 quench.
Got it. Hey, Miss Shay, if you're watching our customer service, she's also a licensed cosmetologist. She actually did these swatches. Can you come out if you're not on a call and join us? I want you to tell us how you did these swatches so Judy can talk us through the differences on how to get different results from that. So come on out. So you use the violet today for more of a natural look. That's just the yellow out toning shampoo.
Exactly.
If you were to use the silver on your hair, how long would that last usually with, one wash? And then, like you said, it's layerable. So the more often, I always joke with my clients, I'm going to take your shampoo away, right? They've layered too many times or used it too many times in a week. You're like, for your hair, once a week, not every day, And so use them sparingly, because honestly, we have these swatches. I'll let Michelle talk about it, but she was shocked at the results with 2 shampoos. So if you use the silver on your hair, what is going to be the difference in the tone?
The silver tone would make my hair a much cooler sort of blonde, more like a true platinum.
Okay.
And I can expect that if I shampoo my hair with it once, it's going to last just about all week. I shampoo my hair about every other day, so I can expect that it's going to last about a week. Now, if I layer it, it will become more of that kind of granny gray color. If I do it twice, it looks kind of that silvery gray color, and that's going to get about 2 more shampoos, add a little more, like 2 more shampoos to longevity. If I do it 3 times, I'm going to get this really cool, and it kind of shows on the label, kind of a periwinkle color.
Okay.
That's really fun too, but it's certainly not a natural shade. It's kind of fun.
It's got a purple tint, and that's why I was saying a lot of my nurse clients kind of like it, and then it does last. You can then either use the quenching shampoo or one of the other clarifying shampoos, and it will come out in 2 to 3 washes. Then if you're using a clarifying, if you have to get it right out.
Exactly. If you have to get it right out, it comes out right away with the clarifying shampoo. It's really easy to remove from your hair, because again, the bond is just ionic. So if you put something else that's positively charged on your hair, it'll kind of push it right out without any really stripping or anything.
Thank you, Judy. We have somebody asking the brand, is your brand cruelty free?
Yes, our entire line is cruelty free. We never test anything on animals.
We love cruelty free. It's a big thing with our customer following. So, and I already knew that, but I just wanted them to hear it from the Global Education Ambassador of Tressa, Judy Isome. I'm going to welcome in Michelle. She is a licensed cosmetologist. Hi, Michelle. She's also in our customer service. This is Judy, Tressa. So when you call in to order products here, Michelle might be one of the people that you speak to, and we do hire all licensed people to answer your questions. So Michelle did a little experiment for us, Judy, because we both had a full day yesterday. Thank you for jumping in to help us. We took extensions that started out as like this, and then she washed them, one with the silver and one with the purple. And tell us your procedure.
So each of these I roughly washed for about 1.5 minutes while I lathered the shampoo on them. Like I said, only a minute and a half on each, then rinse them with cooler water, nothing too crazy hot. And they deposited very well. I was actually super impressed with the silver, how well it deposited and how fast it deposited.
So had you ever used Tressa before?
I hadn't until yesterday, and I definitely think that I've been missing out for a long time.
It's a powerful product. It really is a powerful product. So Judy, this was the silver going from this blonde to this in 2 shampoos.
Yes.
So is that typical? Is that what you would see on, obviously extensions can sometimes act a little different. Is this what you would see normally?
That's exactly what I would expect it to look like normally. And it's a great tool for people who have well water or their hair gets really brassy for some reason. Because it's got so much of the pigment in it, 1 or 2 shampoos is going to neutralize and kick that brass right out of their hair. It's like a quick fix.
Yes.
For that kind of brassy situation.
And we get well water. If you have copper pipes, old plumbing, so many different things can add yellow into your hair. Now this one,
the sun will tan your hair,
That's true, yes. And actually, even I was just watching. If you really have blonde hair like yours, you can even have heat add some yellowing to it. Is that correct?
Sure.
I've never quite had that platinum of hair, but that's I know from working behind the chair, you can kind of put an iron on hair and it can get bring some yellow tones out. So there's so many things that these shampoos help to counteract to keep the tone you want.
Exactly.
So this is the purple, and this is pretty impressive too, to go from this to this. Is this what you would expect for 2 shampoos out of your purple?
That's exactly what I would expect for 2 shampoos out of my purple. If you want a deeper purple tone, you would keep layering it. And so the optimum penetration time for the shampoo is 3 minutes.
Okay.
So you can leave it on longer than 3 minutes, but it's really not going to accept any more. So if you want to make it a deeper purple, you would apply it, especially if you wanted a deeper purple, you would start with dry hair, apply it to your hair, let it set on for 3 minutes, then rinse it, and then continue that process where you rinse it, towel dry it, apply the shampoo again, etc.
And so this is the purple shampoo and not the violet shampoo.
Exactly.
And
I think
so the violet shampoo, yes. And the violet shampoo is not going to, in one shampoo, turn your hair purple. This is not going to happen. So don't worry that if you use the violet shampoo, you're just going to take a little bit of the yellow out of this the first time you shampoo. You are not going to see this unless your hair is super dry, right?
Exactly. It takes a lot of layers of the violet wash to get any really sort of purple tint. And even then, it's just a very subtle lilac. So just remember that the intense line has 3 times the pigment. So don't be scared.
Yes.
The violet wash.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Michelle, for joining us. You guys, if you want to have any questions about Tressa and want to get on their phones, call in, and Michelle's happy to answer your calls. We're very happy to have her here with us. So thanks, Michelle.
Yeah. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you for the swatches.
Yeah, thanks for doing our experiment for us. So we have another question. Do the shampoos work over gray hair?
They do work over gray hair, but you're going to see more of a subtle change. It's more of a tone, an enhancement to the tone than an actual, like if you're looking for coverage.
Right. And it's not going to be a deep, solid penetration. So one good thing you said the ultimate penetration time is 3 minutes, and we only did a minute on these. So that's the other reason why, if they aren't looking as complete vivid, is maybe we didn't even do it long enough on those. But kind of sometimes you can get this kind of look, I think, on gray, a cloudy. If it's not somewhat pre-lightened, gray can be stubborn to accept color in general, even color with, ammonia and stuff in it. So gray hair is stubborn, but you will get some softening of the gray, and especially if it's colored, obviously gray, and then turning yellow, correct?
Yes. Yes, if the hair is colored, it's going to accept it a little bit more because it's not as resistant as natural virgin kind of gray hair. That the cuticle's a little more open, it's a little more accepting.
Right, right. Good stuff here. So we got that our purple is not for toning. Do you want to just touch a little bit about, I love your line, because if you go to beautycarechoices.com/Tressa, or just click on the learn more button once this video is done, it will take you to the brand where we've got some great information up on the brand. It is super fun. They have do you want to talk really quickly about the colors?
Sure. We've got our DD color. Those are our direct dyes. We have a varied amount of shades, any shade you could really think of. And the great thing about them is that you can intermix them to customize them.
Yes, the royal grape and the violet grape, or even the green and the blue, or whatever, just to get those aqua colors and all the crazy colors. And then I love the other metallics that you have going on. You have the rose gold, which is amazing. We've got a lot of people just experimenting with these and for a quick little change up. So if you're getting bored and you just want something quick to change up, aren't these so fun?
Oh, I have the perfect canvas to use these. So I'm changing up my color pretty much whenever I feel like it. Sometimes it's multiple times a week.
Right? Depending on my day. I'm feeling a little blue today. I need a brighten up or whatever.
Right? Or I'll put on an outfit. I don't know about this hair with this. I need rose gold hair today.
That's great. Yeah, we'll go on beautycarechoices.com and you can see all the different colors that they offer. Let's see, we have Ginger is asking, can you cocktail the intense colors to create a custom shade, which is kind of what you were just talking about. So I don't know if she's talking about the intense watercolors or these intense colors, but I would imagine the shampoos aren't going to mix very evenly, but these colors for sure you can. Am I correct?
The great way to use the colors themselves is to mix them together. But if you want to use the shampoos to create different colors, for instance, we had one of our Instagram contributors create this beautiful cranberry color by layering first red and then purple and then red again.
That's really cool.
And each time she left it on for 3 minutes.
And using these, right, Judy?
Yes.
Okay.
Using the intense shampoos. I find sometimes we mix them together. You can make a beautiful strawberry color by mixing the pink and the red together. You would cocktail those together first. It's so fun to play with because you get a different result if you mix them together as a cocktail than you would by layering them. And sometimes you layer it and you say, I want that to look a little more blue-red. So then you could use the blue or you could use the turquoise. We made a beautiful glacier color by first using the steel, rinsing that away, and then following it up with the turquoise.
And so for those girls that are just obsessed with playing with their hair but don't want to lose all their hair, right?
Yes.
How fun is this to just be able to play? We had another question coming in from Ashley, but I didn't quite see it. I'm not super good at running the show and looking at the questions. I will get better at this. But right now, Allie's helping me. How long will the color last if you experiment and have regrets?
It will last a few shampoos, but if you have really, if your regrets are big and you want it out of your hair immediately, we have a product called Remove All Plus, which is a chelating shampoo with a higher pH, and just 1 or 2 washings with the Remove All Plus will take it out of your hair completely.
So if you're going to go on an experiment phase, definitely maybe buy the Remove Plus with the colors.
Exactly.
Just so you have it in your pocket, just in case.
That's your insurance policy in your back pocket.
Exactly. It's your
If
little
you're
safety net. Right.
If you're like me, you're afraid of commitment, so I'm committed to like the chelating shampoo.
Yeah, exactly. One more, Judy. Thank you so much for your time here today. Judy Isome, Global Education Ambassador. Do you have time for a couple more questions coming in?
I do. I'm glad
okay. Will other colors also help? Well, the other colors also help pull brassiness out of the hair. So I guess maybe if you have brassy in your hair, so say you've got some yellow tones, what happens maybe if you use the rose golds and stuff over those?
If you have the yellow tones, the rose gold, for instance, will the brassiness will contribute to the rose gold end result and make it sort of a warmer rose gold than might be indicated on the label.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful. I love the rose gold over like a caramel colored highlight,
Ooh,
because it just adds like a little blush color to it.
nice.
It's
Yeah,
so
the
good.
color is chemistry. This is our color wheel. You know, I'm not going to obviously go through the color wheel, but it really is chemistry, and colors counteract each other. So if you've got yellow, you're using purple to counteract it. If your hair's looking a little green from swimming, you're using red to counteract it. So if you're starting with some yellow and you're adding some reds in there, then you're probably going to end up with more of a coppery rose gold as opposed to a true pinky more rose gold, I
Yes,
would imagine. So depending on the
exactly.
porosity of your hair. One of the other tips that I really like to use is you can actually have fun with a color bowl in these shampoos of pre-spot treating areas. So like Judy says, you can test the porosity of your hair by dropping a piece of hair in the water. If the hair sinks, it's porous, right?
Yes.
And then if you know that part of your hair is going to be really porous, then maybe you start with maybe coloring it on the top first and then going from there. But that's obviously if you're willing to really go and experiment and play, feel free to get any old bowl and a hairbrush and play around like that. And if you have just certain, maybe your roots are really hot, but you know your ends are really dry, then maybe just paint it on your roots, kind of like you know would, or you see your hairstylist do with your color, and give that a minute. Then jump in the shower, wash it through the ends, and your ends won't have as much on it as the roots do to try and balance that out.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. It makes it look almost like a shadow root too. If you do it with one of the darker shades, it's kind of like some fun high end color for free because you painted it on yourself.
Absolutely, yeah, because the purples have, well, we wouldn't, unless you're going purple, you don't want to use purple, but if we're doing the toning and stuff, these do have, blues in it, which take the hair as a little darker, so it is going to take that yellow or orange root and give it a shadow root. I love that. I never even thought of that. That's a great tip too. Well, anything else that we need to touch on that we haven't touched on? I definitely, they do have regular shampoos and conditioners. Two of our best selling is Quench. This stuff smells so good. The quenching conditioner is an amazing conditioner, like she says, for filling your hair. So if you know your hair is really porous, put a little bit of this on the ends and tone the roots, or put, the conditioner on first, then apply the shampoo. Who to thunk? You can condition before shampooing. Great
I
tips,
know.
Judy. I love all of these.
Another really great use for Quench, since you have it out, is if you have a dry, itchy scalp or your scalp is a little flaky, Quench is a great duo to help you kind of manage that. Because this time of year, well, I mean, it's maybe not so cold where you are as it gets here in Cleveland.
It's wet today, but it gets cold. We actually had snow in California.
When the heat comes on, we get dry. We need moisture, moisture, moisture.
Yes. Yes. In Ohio, it is cold, and the snow, you wouldn't think when it's so cold and wet how much it is going to dry out your hair and skin, but it is true. The cold does dry out our hair and skin. Almost as more than in the summer, because in the summer we sweat so much, where in the winter we don't, and that's what
Right.
we just get so much more dry. So
We've got all those natural oils in the summer, and they abandon us in the wintertime.
well, tell us what Judy has coming up. Anything Judy has coming up, or anything we should know, how to follow Tressa, get in touch with Tressa?
Oh yeah, if you're going to use our shampoos, we would love, love, love to see your results. We have an Instagram presence. Our Instagram page is Watercolors Hair. Tag us, or shout out to us at Watercolors Hair, and we might feature you on our page. We've got a lot of new things coming around the corner. Look for more shades of colors. and maybe some more interesting ways to apply those colors. It's a secret. Shh.
Ooh, a little tease. Well, we're gonna have you back soon so we can hear about the new things coming out. If you guys launch something, or obviously when you launch something, we want to know about it. And definitely, it's been such a pleasure talking to you.
It's been so fun talking to you today. I hope that we help people sort of understand the differences between the purple shampoos. Because, I think sometimes you say purple shampoo and people go, "No, I don't want purple hair."
Yes. If you're looking to tone your yellow out of your hair, please don't buy purple.
Right.
Buy violet.
Violet.
And if you want that cool, classy, gray granny look, buy silver.
Exactly.
This is honestly so impressive to me. I know so many hairdressers have such a hard time getting that perfect tone. Shampoo. How easy is that?
Silver is the hardest color.
Okay, everybody, follow Tressa. Look up Tressa Hair, Tressa Watercolors out on Instagram. Tag Beauty Care Choices. We're at Beauty Care Choices. They're at Tressa Watercolors. And we want to see, Judy and I want to see what you guys are doing, all the fun things that you're experimenting with, and any disasters you have. Feel free to reach out. You can reach out to Michelle in customer service if you want to privately send your pictures. And remember the remove all tool. Remove all shampoo. Should you need a little safety net in your pocket, be sure and get that with your order. We also have, for everybody watching right now, we have a 20% off coupon. It is YHBCC. It's only for today through Sunday. So YHBCC, you have Beauty Care Choices for the new launch of our show. Use YHBCC as your gift code, and all this weekend you get 20% off your Tressa order. And then we also, to make it even better, added a little gift with purchase to try their styling line. So we will have Judy back and we'll touch more, because that's a whole nother topic. You have great styling products. Love the Aglaze. Their gel is amazing. Brace, it's so good. So we'll look forward to having you back soon, Judy.
I can't wait. I look forward to it too.
Take care. Have a good evening.
Thanks, you.
So I'm going to look through the rest of our comments and see if we missed anybody. Deb, thanks for joining. Ginger, thanks for joining. Be sure and follow us, turn on your notifications so that you get notified of our upcoming You Have Beauty Care Choices shows. Today's You Have Beauty Care Choices and Why Choose Tressa. So hopefully we gave you a little information about why you should choose Tressa. I'm going to tell you about something we're going to be doing next Friday. Elizabeth, if you're available, Elizabeth is our customer service agent who is also a licensed esthetician, which will kind of play into what we've got going on next week. So when Elizabeth gets out here, she comes, she might be on the phone, in which I'll just tell you, but we'll give her a second to get out here. They have to run across to another building in the rain. So she's booking it here right now. And we'll look at, Ashley is asking, are there multi-packs? You know, honestly, that's a great idea. Maybe we should create some get the look multi-packs of combine your purple with your red to get that cranberry color like Judy was telling us about. Great idea, Ashley. Ashley is one of our clients that I've had to take her purple shampoo away from her. She loves her purple shampoo and is a big Tressa fan. She's used a lot of Tressa in her years. So we are coming to the end of our first show. So I just wanted to tell you what we have coming up next week. I'm going to have Elizabeth join us. Elizabeth, hi, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome on. Look, she's even got raindrops on her glasses. She ran through the rain to come and see us.
Yes, I did.
Elizabeth is a licensed esthetician. She's here answering any of your skincare calls, helping you figure out the best products for you because you have beauty care choices and we're here to help you choose wisely. Elizabeth, next week we have our favorite pharmacist coming on, Benjamin Knight Fuchs from Truth Treatments. This is a brand that has become fast one of our favorite growing brands. It is hitting the market like crazy. People are loving this stuff. It is a high dollar product, and we're going to talk to Ben about why it is worth it. Elizabeth has been using True Treatments.
Yes, I have. I've been using their trial pack. It's $75 right now, and it comes with a little bit of everything, and it works really well.
What's your favorite? You've got to have a favorite by now. I know I do.
So I really like the balm. I like the vitamin C balm. It gives a really nice, it has a nice texture if you wear makeup. And also, like, even if you don't wear makeup, it really helps to like even out the skin tone, as well as bring just enough moisture, not too much, to the skin. So it's really nice.
Vitamin C is so hot right now. We're all learning about the benefits of vitamin C, that it is probably one of our #1 ingredients for skincare, anti-aging, a lot of different skin concerns are treatable through vitamin C. I posted on our cleansalon.com. It's a Facebook group that we have. If you haven't joined us, join us on our group, Clean Salon. It has a great video out there where Ben is talking about the different forms of vitamin C. So if you have any questions, I know we've been really hitting you up with True Treatment serums because it's quickly become one of our favorites. Definitely write us some questions and we'll get them answered next week with Benjamin Knight Fuchs from True Treatments when he's here to answer our questions and tell us a little bit more about that. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
If you have any questions for Elizabeth, feel free to call our 800 number, 866-409-7227. And we're happy to take any of your calls and product questions. I really appreciate you guys joining us today. Maybe you heard the rain. It's pouring here. I really appreciate you guys joining us. Follow us on Instagram at Beauty Care Choices. We're getting our YouTube channel going at Beauty Care Choices, our Clean Salon. Turn on your notifications for our live so that you'll see us next week at 11. And thanks for everybody, all your comments, your questions. Hi, Bonnie. So glad you could join us. Can't wait to see you soon. And I'm really excited to be able to bring this show to you guys. We have so many amazing vendors that we've worked with for years, since 2004. And normally we do these type of conversations in my office and we're training my staff. Judy comes around and we typically talk to hairdressers, but I think my customers, I know for sure, because we take your phone calls, you're educated and you know what is going on your skin, you know what's going on your hair, and you're concerned about what's going on your skin and hair. So we're going to provide a little bit of support and a good way to connect with you guys, and hopefully you'll enjoy it and give me some good feedback on how to make this the best show for you. And any of our brands that you'd like to learn more information on, please let me know. And have a good day, everyone. I really appreciate you tuning in. Bye-bye for today.